What's up, folks? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Think we good. Let me pull it up here on the screen. What's going on that? Can y'all hear me? Check, mic check. Let me see. Man, I gotta dig around for my own videos, man. Y'all can't hear me. Okay. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's up, guys? Damn. I'm upset because I'm streaming on right now. I'm streaming on 2 or 3 platforms. I know the Rumble is going. One of the YouTubes is going. One of them is not. No, I think 2. I'm gonna check. Let me check this other one. So a lot of times, guys, when I start the video, I have to go in and do my checks. So it might be rolling for a second because I got to do my checks. So like my 2 links ain't rolling. That's a concern. That's a concern. It's saying they rolling, but it's not. So most of our audience is on Rumble. Usually it's the other way around. We got YouTube kind of balancing it out, but we're not getting any action on the other 2 YouTubes. No big deal. We'll roll it either way. And okay. So either way, a couple things, man. Like I was saying, when I start the video, I tend to have it to whereas I'll play it, the music and stuff, and let it roll so I can get my mic check, sound check, video check, and then I have to go in and I have to switch the thumbnails on the YouTube because they don't automatically update, and I don't know why, but you have to manually do those, so it won't do it until the video is actually live and rolling. So once it start rolling, I'll go ahead and make the checks, man, and get that stuff all right. Then we'll go into, then I'll open up the video and start talking to y'all. All right, so that's what be happening. Some folks be like, well, what's going on? I don't see nothing. What's up, G1000 or G10,000? What's up, man? Hey, we be shipping a lot of detox bundles over there to the UK, man, and Canada. Somebody just hit me up yesterday and was asking about the bundle to ship to Canada. Like, we ship bundles to Canada all the time, and they said they was having to pay $100 in shipping. I'm like, no, that ain't the price that you usually pay for $100 in shipping. But either way, right now we are doing the 50% off on the super bundle as well as the Flex 4, guys. This is my birthday month, man. I'm gonna talk about that. I got a video that I'm dropping later today or tomorrow, okay? And I'm gonna talk about some other stuff, man. We're gonna go into some things, man. It just kind of need to be discussed. But I just wanted to put that out there. It is my birthday month, man. If you was born in the month of April, you're an Aries, man. I rocks with you. All right. I rock with all of y'all, man. Y'all good folks, man. We all on the same page, man, on this plight to get out of this endless loop of deception that they put us in, man. Hey, no deceit, man. I do got the link in. I got the link in the description box. I do got it in there. Let me know if y'all can see it, man. If not, I will post it in the comments for the Rumble. So I told you I'm doing a new YouTube, man. The link is in the description box. The link for the Rumble is in there. The link for the YouTube is in there. We're gonna start some stuff a little different, man. Also, the last time we was on, we had the MMS people was asking about that, man. That link, that MMS digital download, man, for the dosage amount, that is in the detox shop. So you can get your hands on that, man. You can buy the I don't want to say it on here, but you can buy it at the at some of the local stores, man. Y'all be able to buy it. It's actually, I'm gonna talk about it in another video, man. But if you're looking for the MMS, man, you can get that. It's a fairly cheap. You can get that at a local store, but you need to know the dosage amount so that you need to take, and that's the digital download that we have. Okay. Other than that, guys, we do have the credit code itinerary, man. Like I said, that's a document that was given to me by a very wealthy millionaire. Okay, and that's a pretty much a cheat sheet for your credit, man, that you won't learn anywhere else. It's a plethora of information and knowledge as far as hitting certain numbers and metrics and criteria that you meet by doing certain things, moving money around. Like, you know how at least they move their money around, man, and they do certain things based off of where it hit at. Okay, and you do it at certain times of the month, certain dates and things like that, man. It's real like intricate, the details for the document. So I do have that document in a digital download ebook that is on the detox shop, but also you can get it through the Stand store. I have that link in the description box as well. I'll put that up so y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Let me see the graphic. I think it's in here. No, maybe it's not graphic. Hold on. I don't have it in here. I don't know where it went, guys. It was in here. I will put it in. I'll make sure I get it back in here before we get out of here today. Matter of fact, let me find it real quick. It was just in here. All right, we'll add it. But aside from that, man, like I said, I got the video that I'm gonna probably drop tomorrow, or I might drop it later today. Let me think about it. Let me think about it for a minute, man, because I got some work to do still with that. I'm gonna try and get it done, man, but it depends on how long we go on this live. If we on here for a long time, then I might not get that video out to y'all till tomorrow. But that'll be more than likely dropping on Rumble. It'll be dropping on Rumble, and it'll be dropping on probably my main YouTube. It's gonna be pretty clean. I'm gonna make sure it's pretty clean, man, so we don't have no hiccups with that. So expect that to be dropping probably by tomorrow at the latest. All right. Let me see here. Top left, bottom left. Okay, so I did go ahead and add that digital download for the document as well. I'll put that up. That's the digital download, guys. The link last time, the link was in the description box, but I don't know why it was kind of cut, so people couldn't get to it. I had a lot of people email me later that were able to get to it. So if that's something that you're interested in doing and knowing those secrets, man, instead of going through these different credit building people, man, and paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for them to kind of maintain and build you up every time or just one time, man, that's something that you can take with you, and it will work wonders for you over the course of your lifetime. Okay, it did it for me, and it's done it for a lot of folks that I associate with. So something that you can get your hands on, man, for a very cheap price, and be able to kind of counter this credit system that they got. So other than that, man, let's talk. I wanted to get in because I was talking about last time, man, in the video that we just did. I just dropped phone ring, sorry. Just dropped the other day where we were talking about the whole religious aspect, man, the religious, kind of how they have got people's minds kind of warped around it. Like, we look at so many different versions, different variations, man, how certain, just a word or two here, a word or two there can completely throw off your interpretation. Okay, it can turn off, it can totally disrupt your mindset, a way of thinking about certain ideas, certain aspects of spirituality, as far as like understanding and knowing how to integrate that into the religious piece. All right. And I tell you all the time that, man, this stuff is really done on purpose. So you have to be conscientious of this as you read and as you interpret, the Bible and the different things that you're hearing. Now, I I tell y'all like this, man, and I'll be honest with y'all. So I've struggled. Let me pull this mic up so y'all hear me. So I've struggled with this part of it. Okay, I personally, man, when I was growing up, and this is always what kind of bothered me, man, is that I always looked at the piece as far as God and Jesus and stuff as okay. I grew up a Christian, and I'm sure a lot of you have too. And I always felt like it was some missing information, some stuff that just didn't never add up, because I always see these dang homeless children, these feed the children, these skin and bone children all over the freaking infomercial. I'll stay up late and watching Twilight Zone and Leave It to Beaver and stuff like that. I was one of them kids, right? So I'll stay up and I'll be watching this, man. I'll see these little kids and I'll be feeling sad for them. I ain't had no money at the time. I couldn't do nothing for the kids, man. But they were on there, and they depicted them in this very desperate state. Like they were, hungry. They wasn't fed. They like, all these kids are dying every day. It's like hundreds of kids, feed these kids. And they had these flies all over their eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? They can't breathe. They stomachs be big and they be laid out and they can't really move or nothing. Like I would see these commercials, man. And I might play one of these. I might play one of these commercials. So I want to show you what I was kind of, what I was feeling, man, because it bothered me when I was a kid. It did. It bothered me. There we go. So I would see these, man, from the 80s. Let's see. Yep, this is it, right? Matter of fact, man, that's crazy. This is what I used to see, man. I used to be like, what? I'm about to play it for y'all. So they used to put this stuff on, right? Okay, here we go. Let me do a presentation. Open y'all up real quick. Share the screen. Screen two. Okay, yep. Allow. All right. So let me see if y'all can hear it. Let me turn it up.
Adams is quarterbacking this project, and he's looking pretty tired, Jill.
She's stuck, Bill, and that.
Here we go. Amazing love. Now what else shall
He's just severely malnourished, and there's not much that we can do except for trying to get him good fluids with nutrients today. And then besides taking him and dropping him off at an orphanage, because clearly the mother doesn't want him. His name is Moses, and we're actually right next to the Now River. So.
My world was changed when your love you gave for me. My purpose found, and all that you want for me. So they used to play, guys. They used to play these commercials like this, right? And I'll be sitting up, man. And as a young kid, I used to be like, man, why is God sitting back letting these kids starve like this? Why is Jesus not getting involved? Why are these things happening to these kids? And y'all have to put yourself, man, in the mindset of these kids. Like, for them, some of them take a Christian approach, you know, like some of them very well may believe in God and Jesus just like me and you. Okay, and they had the same expectations. Like, okay, they want Jesus to come back and save them. They want God to be involved. What is the explanation from you guys? I would like to hear from you guys in the comments, in the chat. What is the explanation for this being allowed to happen? I think I know what some people gonna say, but I would like to hear, you know, just some of y'all's angles and perspectives. Like when y'all saw this kind of stuff, what was going through your mind? Like what was your impression of why they were in this desperate state? You understand what I mean? Okay. Somebody said they despise man-made churches and ministries. What? Right. Okay. Essentially, you get from it that maybe they're being utilized for someone else's financial gains. Like they're showing these kids in a desperate state and stuff so that they can benefit from it. And these kids are not actually getting the funds. That is something that we do know occurs. Okay. Like these kids don't necessarily get the treatment and stuff that they need, and they're not getting the food and stuff because people pay, like, believe it or not, man, these charities and things, they raise like hundreds of thousands of dollars upon millions of dollars for these kids because people have giving hearts. Something like myself, I would do the same thing. All right. But when I was a kid, I didn't quite understand. I'm like, well, why this, that, and the other? Okay. And not just that, man, as a kid myself, you know, we went through different struggles and things like that. Granted, we made it through, you know, but we had our own little struggles and things and broken home and all that stuff, man. So it always had me questioning things about why this, why that, why or certain people chose to go through certain things, and why others are maybe privileged and not dealing with this, that, and other. So it just gave me a different perspective. And I know people that would say, hey, God and Jesus is doing this for me, and this is what's going to happen. And these things never happen for these people. Now, these is, hey, everybody's story may be different. Okay. Now, you also know, and we sat back and we look, and you say, well, dang, all these evil folks, you know what I'm saying? These evil folks, you know, people that do evil and people that's no good, you seen them benefit from, you know, having financial gains and stuff like that. And you know deep down that their heart ain't right. Their heart ain't pure. You know that they got evil intentions. You know that you see like the evil elite, you know what they on. Okay. Now, some of these people, they stand behind the church and use that as not only a method of control, but they use it as a method of financial gain. Okay, they use the church, they use these kids, they pull on your heartstrings, they use your religious principles and things against you to bind you into their pocketbook, their wallet. Okay, and we've seen this on countless occasions. I just interesting enough, man, some of the biggest pastors, I don't know how many of you guys follow some of these big name pastors, man, but some of you may be aware, like I've seen pastors like Rob Parsley, T.D. Jakes. You just saw they trying to jam him up with Diddy. Now, man, hey, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make it up. But I want to pull this up real quick while we on the topic. Let me see if I can, because it's out there. It's controversial, right? Now, I don't know how true this is, man, but we talking about some of these big name pastors, man, that y'all know and love, and it's like, well, what are they doing? So I'm gonna play this video real quick, man. Just play a little clip from this video.
This is why I stopped shopping on Amazon, and you should.
Just a second. All right, here we go.
Today, that is the 21st of December, after a TikToker made certain shocking claims regarding the Christian preacher. A TikTok video from a user calling herself Maesha surfaced on Twitter, alleging that the R&B singer Casey Ventura, the ex-girlfriend of P. Diddy, has supposedly handed over evidence to the FBI incriminating Diddy a month after she filed a lawsuit accusing him of heinous acts of violence during their decade-long relationship. In the video, the TikToker then went on to claim that there was also an email that incriminated Diddy's close friend, Pastor T.D. Jakes, who allegedly slept with multiple men at the soirees. You know, those evening private parties at Diddy's residency. Maesha also played a clip of an unknown man alleging that Casey had turned over those tapes to the FBI. And that's why these wild claims and unsubstantiated allegations have made people on social media to conclude that T.D. Jakes is gay and he could be Diddy's bitch, you know. And that's why he's trending. That is the story.
Anything, this is allegedly. Ain't nobody gonna catch me slipping, okay? Okay. So allegedly, Cassie has turned over evidence to the feds. Yes, to the Fed. She has turned over videotapes, a USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone. Now, there is also an alleged email out saying a plethora of other things that include T.D. Jakes with Diddy. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. I'm not gonna say nothing else.
Says here, yo, bro, Cassie has turned over substantial amounts of evidence to the feds. I'm told that after Cassie had a long conversation with blank, I have to protect this person. They're going through a lot right now. And her lawyers, she finally was convinced to give up the videotapes and audio recordings that contain footage of S parties and other private gatherings that feature some pretty powerful and prominent people. I'm also told that multiple male escorts corroborated the fact that T.D. Jakes have slept with multiple men at Diddy's parties and abroad, and they refer to him as being a power bottom. Wow. It's also been said that a young male has acquired a lawyer to represent him as he is set to sue Jakes for an incident that took place when he was just years old. It's been said that the young man was forced to perform sloppy toppy, and I'm paraphrasing here, guys. You can actually put two and two together to understand what I'm trying to say. It's been said that the man's family were members of the Potter's House, but left the church in 2015. According to multiple church insiders, the parents were paid off to keep quiet. The guy's a grown man now and is seeking his own justice. It's been said that the young man doesn't even deal with his parents even to this day because they took hush money. According to Pastor Blank, and I have to protect this pastor, Bishop Jakes is about to get railroaded and all of his dirt will be exposed. That's why the bishop has quietly lawyered up. He sees his fall from grace coming.
Yeah. So, okay. Boom. All right, guys. So you see that one. All right. I just showed you. Now, who are we we looked at? We looked at T.D. Jakes. Okay. I showed you Kenneth Copeland. We're gonna go in depth with Kenneth Copeland. We're gonna go in depth with him. But I want to show you something real quick too, man. Because this is what I'm talking about. Like, we talking about extorting money out of the congregation. All right, these are folks that we supposed to be supporting on a religious aspect, and they are supposed to be holding down the principles of religion as far as being truthful leaders and stuff like that, being righteous, man. Y'all, hey, take it for what you want. Now, I'm gonna play this other one. Y'all tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Here we go.
Why are you not investing in tax?
Hold on. All right, here we go.
Lindsay took a call from a man who identified himself.
All right, let's take a look at this one. Y'all might know this one. This is another big time pastor, man.
For you. The inspirational messages pack his Houston church with thousands. But this morning, Pastor Joel Osteen in the spotlight with a money mystery.
But I mean, it was just like unbelievable, the things he was telling us that they found in the wall.
During his morning radio show, host George Lindsay took a call from a man who identified himself as a plumber who recently worked inside Osteen's Lakewood Church. The station, 100.3 in Houston, asked callers to chime in about interesting discoveries.
There was a loose toilet in the wall, and we removed the tile. Well, they removed the tile. Went to go remove the toilet, and I moved some insulation away, and about 500 envelopes fell out of the wall.
Envelopes full of cash, checks, and money orders.
I went ahead and contacted the maintenance supervisor that was there, and I went ahead and turned it all in.
The church confirmed the find in a statement, writing, "An undisclosed amount of cash and checks were found," adding they notified police, but Lakewood has no further comment at this time. Houston police wouldn't share how much was recovered, but did state Friday evidence from the recovered checks suggests this November case is connected to a March 9th, 2014 theft report of undisclosed amounts of money at the church. That money disappeared from a church safe. And while police launched an investigation, no arrests were ever made. With regular services planned for Sunday, police documented the evidence and left it with Lakewood staff, but called the case an active investigation. Now, there was a push to get that plumber some reward money after that incredible find, but Crime Stoppers says that the expiration for the tips had already passed, and that if you are to hand over a tip, it must lead to an arrest. And as of right now, Peter Kristen, no arrests, no suspects named. Send it back to you.
Unbelievable. Morgan Chesky, thank you for that report. I keep thinking about the moment that the plumber found those 500 envelopes.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing we'll be doing this weekend. That's checking behind the toilets
Yes.
at our house.
Good tip. Good advice.
There's a little stash back there.
Mm.
Hey, thanks for
So
watching.
y'all see, these are like the biggest. I'm talking about the biggest name folks, man. That's getting jammed up. The biggest name pastors, man, that y'all can identify with. They the ones that's getting jammed up with all this stuff. Now there's some other stuff, man. Hold on, let me pull something else up real quick. Okay, let me see, because they might have scrubbed this. Okay, yeah, they scrubbed it, man. You're not gonna be able to see this one. But what I want to point out, man, is that these are the people like they've been flourishing in this, in this religious world. This stuff that they've created for us to embellish and dwell on. And it's only funding their own sinful acts and financial gain and their lifestyles and they living. And they're not exactly living the lifestyles that you would expect for a person in that position or that role. Now, whether they just like they could be misleading folks, they could be false prophets, whatever you want to call them. But another thing you have to remember, some of these folks was pushing the you know what. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've heard also that they are also branches of the gov. All right, if you understand me, they're branches of the gov. So they get like it's a tax document or something that they get a write-off specifically because they are branches of the gov. This is something that you can look into. So that means that they will be taking orders as far as what they're to push, what they're to do. Okay, now why would you be doing that if you're supposed to be responding and answering only to God? You can't be. You're not doing that. Now let's take a look again, man. I'm gonna pull up this. Now it's crazy though because I pulled this up, man. Y'all see the image I got up on the screen, man. It's a lot to that. Like a lot of y'all just see two kids, man, that's going to be hurt. The dude look evil as crap for one. Evil as crap. All right, let me put it up on the big screen so y'all can see it like that. Because sometimes you really can't see it on the little screen. But I'm gonna pull it up, man. I'm gonna pull it up so y'all can really see it. And it just don't look good, man. I mean, it just doesn't. For some of y'all, you might not think nothing of it, but to me, from what I know about these folks, that's not a good image, man. You know, he don't look like he finna do something nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't look like he about to do something nice. I'm not getting that vibe. Like the eyes, it's in the eyes. Like the eye, they always say the eyes is the key to the soul, man. What do y'all see in this dude's eyes? They say the eyes is the keys to the soul. And if that's true, and what y'all know, you tell me, man. The eye is supposed to be the key to the soul. Yeah, thank you, walking with the full armor. The 501c3, that is exactly what I'm talking about. That they get this, so they gonna do what they supposed to do so that they get this particular write-off, and it allows them to amass a certain amount of, you know, financial gain without having to deal with the taxes behind that, right? So they're going to have to be compliant. They're going to push whatever they told to push, so et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right. Now I'm just looking at it, man. Like I told y'all, when you start seeing stuff from a spiritual perspective, man, and you actually opening up your mind and you can actually see it, like you're not completely closed off. Like some people say, don't say that about him. He's a holy man. He's a man of God. Like, why? Because he telling you stuff in the church and he reading the Bible? You say he's a man of God? Man, look, and this ain't about judging nobody. Understand, it ain't about judging nobody or nothing like that. But you have to look at this stuff, man, for what it is and say, okay, I recognize evil when I see evil. You should be able to recognize evil. I recognize evil, and I can see somebody, I can see it in your eyes if you evil or not. Some people can't see that. Some people can't differentiate between good and evil. That's the bad thing. All right, let's go look at this other video, man. Cause I ain't gonna bog y'all down with this particular dude here, man. But if I go in depth, man, y'all know that these certain positions, what I try to understand, I explain this in depth in my video that I'm gonna drop either today or tomorrow. But I explain in depth why these certain it comes down to bloodlines. Y'all better believe, man, that this dude right here is part of the bloodlines. Y'all better understand that, man. Understand that certain folks is part of certain bloodlines. All right. It's certain bloodlines that have linkage or lineage from those Dracos, whether it be back as far as Adam and Eve or Cain and Abel, whatever. There's linkage there, a lineage there from these bloodlines. Okay, and these bloodlines they carry out certain things, man. Like, we ain't gonna get into depth on this video, but let's move along. Let's move along because I want to show y'all something else. Another guy, because we was talking about him specifically yesterday. I'm gonna try to keep this video short, man. I know my video's been kind of long. I know people be complaining like, man, Ned, you be talking too much. You don't show enough video. Ned, you need to do more clips. Ned, don't talk so much. Nah, I didn't heard it all, right? So I'll be trying to give y'all what y'all want. Let me play this other one, man, real quick. Hold on. All right, yeah, we'll go through it real quick with these. Then I want to play the main one I want y'all to see. And y'all tell me for y'allself. I thought this was kind of comical here. I'm going to play this one first. Check them out, though.
Don't ever do it. Don't ever feel sorry for yourself. Don't ever do it. Absolutely stunning. Just delicious. It's so good. And he will be like Moses, and he'll live 120 years and say, yeah. Preach it, brother, preach it, brother, preach it. Just before the cross. And we have a healing covenant. Dwells in me, the pure, spotless blood of God. And the Hesed was performed for me. He's my blood brother, and my father is my friend.
Dude, man. Hey, I don't know about y'all, but he looking super suspicious. I'm just saying, super suspicious, super evil, whatever you want to call it. Let me see something.
And give you a chance for the outreach.
Let me see here.
And I'm in Bremen.
They talk about he's possessed. Now, I'm going to play this piece here.
And the
Play this one here. Hold up. Presentation. Boom.
the territories under which the Canadian office is. Siga on. Telema brother used to Silmante. Engel und dos shishik kukla namen bremenesto. Stella vla Hamalana, Lelo Lendine, Enkren Steles Karta. The movement of the Spirit of God that has been prayed over.
Suspect, right? Like, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. I think him right there, I think he's as clear as cut Draco. That's what I think. And I think he was speaking in their native tongue. That's what I think he was doing. Okay, and he just did it, played it off as, oh yeah, I'm getting, like, some people gonna say, oh, he had the Holy Spirit. He had the Holy Spirit. There wasn't nothing holy about that dude. And if you think so, you are sadly mistaken. And it comes back, like I said, it comes back to the spirit of discernment, guys. Folks don't have that. That's like going even further, like we talked about the movie They Live and how Roddy Piper was able to see. Basically, essentially turn that around with the glasses. He had discernment. He was able to see. All right. Once you become spiritually aware, you're able to see things. You're able to acknowledge certain things that other folks ain't gonna acknowledge. They not gonna see it the same way. But you still gotta have, and that ain't necessarily a thing where you have to be completely, open to the spiritual world. But you do have to have some level of intelligence. You have to have some access to your pineal gland to process some of this information and put some pieces together and say something's not right about that. Like I told y'all before, like being able to feel tension and stuff like that when you walk in the room, knowing when somebody doesn't like you, knowing when something is not good for you to do, having that second thought, hearing your intuition. Some people like, I should have went with my first mind. Well, you got your first mind, you got your second mind. Really, what you got is you got your higher self, you got your lower self at times. And when you get this information, it's how you're able to process or how you're able to perceive it. Some people don't have that. So some people just foolishly do stuff, man. You're like, why would you do that? Like, why would you go hang out with them girls they don't like you? And you wonder why they just beat your ass all down the street. But you went and hung with them. You should have knew they didn't like you, but you couldn't figure it out, right? You couldn't feel the tension because you vibrating so low that you can't feel energy. You see what I'm saying? You vibrating so low that you can't feel energy. You understand what I'm saying? Let me play this other clip. I thought this was kind of comical, guys. So I wanted to play this one for y'all. This is just a little comic relief moment right here. Let's play this. Okay. So y'all saw that, man. I thought that was kind of comical the way that whole thing went down. It's another one here. Let me see. I want to play this one for y'all. This one right here. Hold up. Let me see if I got it. I believe I got it. I know I got it. Oh, here you go. Let me play this one for y'all real quick, man. I thought this one was really interesting too. But you're just looking at how they portray themselves, man, and the stuff that they doing, it just don't line up. And you should be able to feel this in your spirit. You should be able to feel in your spirit that something ain't right. Okay, check this out. Check this out real quick. I'm just exposing stuff, man. Just putting some stuff out there for y'all to see. Y'all make you make up your own, you come to your own truths about it. You come to your own conclusions. I'm just putting stuff out there. It's just questionable. I'm just saying, you're looking at it, it's questionable. So check it out.
Correct.
That's the cutting of the covenant. Yes, sir.
Now his blood is in my body.
Yes, sir.
It's in there. His blood is mixed with my blood. Can you see it? Western people don't know anything about covenant. Eastern people do.
Now that is about as gross as you can get. I have to be honest with you. It is really disgusting for someone to at least think, for at least his audience to think that he is drinking.
Okay. So he was enacted like he's putting his blood into this juice and pretending like it's Jesus' blood, right? And he's drinking it. Now, interesting enough, he talking about that covenant stuff, right? Y'all heard that? He talking about the covenant, that covenant. Let me give you a little more detail, a little more insight on this covenant stuff that he's talking about. If y'all don't understand or know that, let me show you real quick. This is him again talking about that crap. Here we go.
Hey guys, Heavenly Father, Lord, we just submit this time with you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. This is on the back of a Clorox cleaning solution. It'll kill the virus. It'll kill every virus. So, hey, come on. The cut of the covenant. Speared to death and blood. You listen to me? Do you love me? Do you love me? You're asking for the virus. Stop it right now. Believe. You stop that fear right now. Wow. Stop that fear. Believe. How plain does it need to be? That's right. Now you stop that fear. Cut it out right now. Amen.
Fear is faith.
Fear is sin. You get that? It's not okay.
I think dude recognized it was a demon sitting there. So he quiet as heck.
I will adopt my own sons. And so I adopt them. And what I do is I take their childhood clothing off and I clothe them in the family. Thank you, Jesus.
And I imagine it and I can see it. And my God. Oh, Jesus. Father, in the name of Jesus, you sent this sweet body. Nobody like it ever. Oh, God.
He knelt.
I believe it.
Mhm.
Hallelujah. This is the blood of God.
That's right.
I'm going to stay away from that.
The Israelis, man, they jerked all of us up in there.
Now put that in my hand. The faith of that, to be able to say that.
There's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
A lot of people in America don't understand this, but
it just laughed, just choked out of my mouth. I will do it. Well, now, he kissed his old nasty pig stinking neck. I can't do that, but by faith I can.
yes.
I'm healed in the name of Jesus.
Oh, man.
Oh, God, I'm going to lose my car.
Mm.
Yeah, you probably will. Amen. You do stupid things when you're being moved.
Yes.
You make ignoramus decisions. You set that airplane up to be destroyed. You can't put that on me. No.
I prayed for you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
His power, his life.
I don't care about the rest of the world, but as for me and my house,
And stop the fear.
Hold up. Go back. Go back. Hold up. Let me play that again. Because they cut it,
It'll
y'all.
kill the virus. It'll kill every virus. So, hey, come on. The cut of the covenant. Speared to death and blood. You listen to me?
deal up.
Speared to death. Hey, come on. The cut of the covenant. Speared to death and blood. You listen to me?
Do you love me?
So, hey, come on. The cut of the covenant. Speared to death and blood. You listen to me?
Do you love me? Do you love me?
Man. I don't know about y'all. I don't, man, look here, man. And the crazy thing is, man, hey, y'all saw that on the screen, right? At the bottom of the screen. And I guarantee you, it's some people that's going to call this prayer line right here. They're going to call this prayer line, man. Why would, like, these dudes look shook. I give them that. They look like they shook. But why do y'all have this dude on the show? Are y'all so are y'all that misled that you can't recognize a demon when you see one? Like, like you can't, you hey man, hey man, hey, listen. Remember I told you I did a whole video where I said, hey, you've been touched. Like certain people been touched. But you've been touched by your higher self. Your higher self is what gives you that power, that understanding, that discernment, that ability to feel energy, to feel tension, to have telepathic power, psychic ability, all that stuff that God gave you. So if you see a demon, you're going to recognize a demon. All right. Now you might be at a low level. You might be vibrating very low, but I don't know how low you have to go in order not to be able to recognize this dude right here. Hey man, I don't know how low you got to go to not recognize this dude right here is not who he portraying himself to be. You know, I'm gonna take my chances on this one, man. If I had to bet between the three of them, who was the demon? Like if your life was on the line and you had to pick one out of the three and say who got the demon in them, which one are you gonna say? I'm just saying. But understand this, man. Like a lot of people gonna call that prayer line. You understand what I mean? A lot of folks, understand what I'm saying, guys. A lot of folks are gonna call that prayer line. They're going to call that prayer line and they're going to be getting prayer, right? So think about the host of the show. These folks got this dude on here. They didn't call him up. Y'all haven't recognized nothing about this dude in all this time that y'all been doing ministries. Y'all been having these gatherings of the like-minded or the Christian folk, or whether it be evangelists, apostle, Catholic, I don't know what specific denomination they might be, but you should know when you sitting right across the table from a demon. If you can't if you can't feel the energy of it, like, man, I'll tell you a story, man. I actually was around somebody like that was, you ever been around somebody, and I'm not going to tell the story, but I'd say I was around somebody, man, and the moment that they came into my presence, like into my energy field, to my aura, I immediately felt it, that this person had evil on them. Do you understand? Like I felt it intensely, like my skin, I could feel it, like it was my spidey senses going off, but my spidey senses is essentially my spiritual senses. All right, telling me like, yo, you got some evil in your presence. Protect yourself. We got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, and maybe I could be reading this wrong, but I'm looking at the dudes. Look at the dudes, man. They might be feeling that. They might be, man. I don't know. You're right. Hey, Mac Moss said that he might be the obvious one, but both of them. But you look at the way they lean back in the seat, man. They like, hey, dude, don't come over here. Like, keep that energy. keep your aura, keep all of that on that side, and we gonna stay over here and we just gonna read the scripture and we gonna finish out this little session, and then you ain't coming back to our studio. That look like how they might be coming off, but they look like they shunned by this dude and his actions right now. I'm shunned. I'm looking at the dude, man, and it don't take a rocket scientist, man, to figure out. But you have to understand how many people in the different churches are following leaders and pastors like this. We just saw the piece with TDJ. You've seen the connection with him and P. Diddy. All right, you seen it's not Rob Parsley. I don't know who was the pastor I just did. Joel Osteen. Okay, you saw him stuff like $600K up in the church bathroom walls. They had reported it, so it's in the church walls. Ain't nobody else got access to them walls but you, bro. Let's be real. Okay, you didn't jam that stuff in your own wall. Let's just be real. Okay, it don't take a rocket science to figure that out. And y'all trying to feed the children all this stuff and doing all these different events and things, but you stuffing $600K. Right. Okay. Then you see Kenneth Copeland. Now, the reason I took a very stern interest in these particular pastors, because my mom actually followed these pastors. Like these were people that she like. I remember, you know, being in the living room and these folks was on the TV all day long, all day, all night. Like we watching it just around the clock, man. Like Trinity Network and these folks, the 700 Club. Like I know these names because I've seen it, I lived it. So seeing these folks in action, man, now as an older, you know, more evolved spirit, I think I can see a little bit of the disconnect. Okay. Like I'm able to see this stuff, but like some of y'all able to see this stuff, but there's people, like I say, that don't recognize anything wrong with this. We might be seeing it like, yo, this dude kind of tripping. You know, he ain't looking right. He ain't acting right. We see it as he kind of tripping, but everybody don't see it the same way. And that's why I was just going with it when I told you, like, certain people don't feel the energy the same. They don't feel, you know, they don't have that discernment. They don't have the visual, like spiritually. Physically, you should be able to notice this stuff though with some of these people. Now with some, you're gonna have to dig a little deeper. It's gonna take a little more of your ability to be able to recognize certain things, but you're gonna be able to tell like something ain't right. You're gonna be able to feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's a feel thing. Everything is a feel thing, whether it's energy, whether it's the type of frequency they on, the vibration that you at and they at is not gonna link up. It's not in sync. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell that this dude he's off. He's off a bit. He's off his rocker. Right. So either way, man, that was something I wanted to pull up and address with you guys. Y'all saw the part where he kept talking about the covenant and whatever, man. whatever you talking about. Hey, and I'm not trying to, like I said, man, I'm not trying to poke holes or punch, punch at anybody's particular Christian faith or what you believe in, man. But you need to understand, and then we go back as far as the Vatican and stuff. We go back, like I just pointed out, the connection between the dude that was on the picture and those bloodlines. All right, you got to understand that. Now, I guarantee, like, there's a connection right there between. I did a video before, and it was like Queen Elizabeth, right? And oh man, it's funny they got these little black kids. That's all I'm gonna say. It's very interesting that they got these black kids because it was a thing about something going on with her and some kids that didn't show back up at a particular school or something. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay. But these are the folks that operate on religion, just like me and you, just like we reading the same book. Believe in the same, ideologies and philosophies behind, God and Jesus and stuff. And you would think from a perspective of, okay, this supposed to be a holy person, they supposed to be righteous and stuff, but they not. And how can they be this far off balance and still be able to walk on holy ground and perform in these holy sanctuaries and things? They can perform just like they not phased, right? I told you when he starts speaking in the tongues like that, I believe that's their native tongue. I believe that's like I believe another Draco would pick up on that right away. Like, oh, I know exactly what he said. He said we finna go eat tacos after this. I believe that's what somebody else would have said. If they're part of that particular species or race of beings, right? But if you don't know that these particular race of beings exist, how can you identify? You're never gonna put the two together. You're gonna say, oh, he just a messed up individual. That's just how he talk. He just talk like that. Unless you've been deep diving and digging it and you got information or you following somebody like me that have exposed a lot of this type of stuff, right? But it's clear as day that he's on some other stuff, man. Most people not gonna pick up on that. But what I wanted to point out is that you see how It's a lot of these pastors, and I don't know. Don't get it twisted. It could be a thing where they have been body snatched. That is a real thing. If you have not seen my video when I talk about the Black Eye Club and the celebrities, guess what? These pastors are religious celebrities. Okay, they're celebrities. They got the mega churches and stuff. They are celebrities. Make no mistake about it. So whether he was good at one point, I don't know. I would like to believe so, because when I saw him when I was younger, he was a little different. All right, from what I remember, but I wasn't as connected as I am now. All right, just like some of y'all are more involved. That's why I tell you, as you become more involved, you start to understand stuff. Go back and watch other videos that I've done. Go watch other stuff, and you're gonna see those things in a different light. Just like you watch certain movies now, you're like, man, that movie don't hit the same. It don't hit the same because it ain't the same. You looking at it just like Roddy Piper did when he put on the glasses. Now it's like, you seeing it from more of a spiritual perspective, and you seeing it with your eyes open, not blinded, not completely oblivious to what's going on out here. When you know what's going on out here, you know that I told you these certain characters have control over, like the Hollywood and stuff, and this is coming out of the CIA. Okay, they got stuff going on where they're incorporating stuff into the movies and stuff. All right, where it might come off as fictional, but it's nonfiction. All right, they're putting their stamp on it. But these beings, and I played that piece plenty of times, man, where the dude was talking about who's in these particular positions. I don't know if I need to, I may play it just so we can rehash, because some people may not remember, some people may not know, some people may never have known. But I played it on plenty of times, so I'm gonna play a little piece of it. We're not gonna play the whole thing, but I think it would be good if people can identify with it. All right, here we go.
Hello, I would like to share with you a report that I just got a lot of help in putting together from the Hall of Research, and about the next group of people that are about to be arrested. There are 1,819 reptilians, and there are 807 males and 12 females. And these people require technology, and they have to drink human blood to appear human. And I'd like to quickly go through the list. 17 members are from the Bush family. Dick Cheney is one of them. Vladimir Putin is one of them, and he has 36 other Russians with him over there. A lot of them are the KGB agents. There are 58 of these reptilians in the military, and they're mostly generals. The director of the CIA, the American branch of the CIA, the director, John Brennan, Keith Alexander, the director of the NSA.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm just going to play a piece of that. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I just wanted to point that out. You've seen what he was saying about who's connected to who, man, and what positions these particular things have. And this is what I try to explain to people too, man. And this is where people get confused. Y'all seen that folks, they've done stuff to food, water, air, medicine, right? You've seen that they've done stuff to all that. You've seen that they in the positions where they can do that stuff. And what I try to point out to people all the time is that they've been able to position themselves to do anything and everything to anything and everything that we consume or absorb, whether it be far as physically or spiritually. Okay, like the literature and stuff that we go over, and the stuff that we start to take in far as our own perception of things is not a perception of our own. It's one that they create for us. So if they tell you something is good, then you perceive it as good. All right, if they tell you this is what you're supposed to do, this is what you expect to do, this is what most people do that. Instead of formulating their own thoughts and their own ideas, you basically being spoon-fed stuff, and then they make sure that you're being drugged. You're being drugged to a certain degree, to whereas you don't question authority. Like in the movie, they live. Hey, you sleep. Okay, You don't think. You just do what you're told. You obey. Okay, that's why they got that shirt. Obey. And people just wear this stuff. They're like, oh, this is cool, you know? And that's why I tell y'all, like, if every angle of our lives, as far as you know, everything, you can't sit here and tell me not one thing that we can go over. I got video after video where you'll finally see, or you will see every aspect of our life has been affected, or they tamper with it to some degree. The only thing that people don't want to come to grips with is that maybe they might have touched the Bible a little bit, but you do acknowledge that they touched it enough to take books out, and these books specifically identify some of these beings. And then when I told you, even when you go back to the Adam and Eve piece, when I told you that it wasn't a snake first, but you notice how that is not really something that people pick up on. You know, the way that this is delivered, the way it's interpreted, it's like, oh, it was a snake in a tree. It wasn't a snake in a tree. Okay, but they able to hide that much of the information enough to throw a lot of people off. All right. But then if you identify with that, oh, you're like, oh, well, what was alive back then that was like a snake that was talking? Oh, really? No coincidence, right? I'm gonna do the video I did today. I'm gonna just go a little more in depth with that. But that's why I say, man, they've been around long enough to mess with the carvings on the walls. They've been around enough, the eye horse, all this stuff that you know from ancient Egypt in the times, man, to whereas they had enslaved them people even then. Okay. And you start talking about in the Bible, it's like Pharaoh, let my people go, right? Pharaoh, let my people go. Ancient Egypt. And there's a correlation there between the Pharaoh, because you talk about today, you talk about back then, like kings and queens. How long does this king and queen bloodline go back? Think about that. How long does the king and queen bloodline go back? Why are they the ones with all the money? Okay, you go back to the pharaohs and back in the ancient Egypt. A lot of stuff they dealt with snakes and stuff. Remember they had the things with the snakes and stuff on it. It's like, why are you identifying so much with this snake? Just like today, you got the different symbols like WHO symbol. You know, what's another symbol? The NASA symbol. It's not just it's another, like a lot of medical hospitals and stuff use that. Like, why do we have a poisonous snake wrapped around, you know, a rod? Why did they erase all this information so that we weren't able to pick up on it? Why was all these books removed out the Bible that indicate these certain things? Who had the ability, just like I said, who had the ability to make the money? Who decided the money was going to look like it was going to look? Okay, so you saw people say this book was inspired by God. And then people say, well, you got to get this version. You got to get that version. You got to get this version. You got to read the King James. You don't go know this. Miss me with all that mess, man. Miss me with all that. Like I just told you to begin with, who decided that they was going to take these certain books out the Bible? Who decided that? And why did they decide that? And why do these books, like the book of Judah, why would they take it out? And it pretty much depicts, like, no, it's the book of Enoch. Is it Judah? Two different books, man, that deal directly with talking about this stuff. All right, and they took it out, like just like they erased the stuff off the walls, they erased that stuff out of the books. Okay, and then they gave it to you, right? And it's like that, it allows them to be hidden. But you think about that, they've been able in position to do these things to the money. They've been in a position to do these things to the scriptures. Okay, they took stuff out, just like they took stuff out of the medical, you know, and they reinserted stuff. It's like they changed it. Like, you don't need to know this, you don't need to know that. We're gonna give you this, you take that. All right. Your spiritual is more important than your physical and your mental. It's more important. So they would attack that essentially as well. And that's what people don't understand when you start talking about from a biblical aspect. Yeah, the Apocrypha, right? People say, oh, you need to just go to the Apocrypha. Still, a man wrote it at the end of the day. And do you trust man at this point? Which man you trust man at this point? I mean, these men we looking at as pastors. These are pastors that are inspired by God. They're supposed to be, and they reading the good book that's supposed to be inspired by God. Right? And then you got most of these Christian folks that follow these folks, and they don't even have to get the discernment to figure out that these folks is not who they claiming to be. You see what I'm saying? Just like I told you when we talk about the whole walk and everything. How many Christians got deceived and misled? Why is it the more spiritual folks was able to identify and say, look, I ain't messing with that? Why you got so many Christian folks that was misleading? And why was it that the folks in the church was the main ones, like those pastors over them churches was pushing that? Why? Right? They got all these people following them like the Pied Piper. Like y'all remember the story of the Pied Piper when he came in, he got the rats out the city, and then they didn't want to pay him or something. And then he took all the children, played the flute, got all the children to go jump in the water or whatever too. You see? So they get everybody caught up in doing what they want them to do. It's like the Book of Eli, that movie Book of Eli, when the guy, they were trying to recreate a new world, and he really wanted the Bible because he wanted the Bible so he can control them. Now I would play it on here, but every time I play the videos, man, they take it down when I play my video clips. I might put it in my video that I'm gonna drop for y'all. I might do that, right? But understand, man, like in that book, in that movie, he wanted to get the book so he can control the people. Okay. So in essence, essentially, the book has been utilized in ways that may not correlate with how God would want us to get the message. But you would have to be able to connect directly to him to be able to know that. Otherwise, you're going to be misled and you're going to have misinterpretations and things, because that's what it's meant to do. Okay, they want you to interpret it how they want you to interpret it so that you will stay under their control at the end of the day. Right? So either way, man, like I said, the Bible was supposed to be inspired by God. These men that are leading, that are out here lying and out here doing all this stuff they doing, they supposed to be men of God. They are. And that's simply what I point out to you. Like, how can you know for sure that these particular men that decided things as far as the Bible were inspired by God, but these folks that's running the church today, these folks ain't they're different. How are they any different than the folks that may have been doing that as far as the Bible? Who's to say that? You don't know it, you can't say it. But you see that there's something off with what's going on. All right. And then you also see that there are certain beings that want to control us. Right. And you see that they got their people in positions of church. Okay. They got the positions of the leaders in churches. The biggest church in the biggest, most holiest, supposed to be the most holiest church of all that we deal with. Y'all know that ain't the case. You see what I'm saying? Y'all know that they ain't nothing like what they claiming. You know, it's kids and stuff going missing. You know, it's some weird worshiping going on. It's some rituals and things that just ain't right. It's a lot of things, right? It's a lot of things that you gotta look at. So y'all can take it how you want, man. Perceive it how you want. I'm just telling you. I'm just giving you the information, man. Let you guys figure for yourselves at the end of the day, because hey, I'm not a pastor. Okay, I don't consider myself a pastor. I do bring y'all knowledge. I bring y'all information, but I'm not necessarily a pastor. All right. I aim to give y'all truth. I aim to give y'all information that can help y'all kind of navigate through some of this mess. But at the end of the day, I'm not your pastor. No, I'm not. I'm just somebody that's trying to point stuff out. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. You know, look at it for what you want. All right. But anyway, guys, we've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. It's been a pretty long time. I said I wasn't going to be on here that long, but I've surpassed the time that I was planning. I said I was going to do about 45 minutes, but Hey, we get to talking, man. Get to point stuff out for you know it, man. This stuff done dragged on, carried out longer than it was supposed to. So either way, man, I am going to. I don't know. Do we want to do a? Does anybody want to come on live right now? Let me see, man. I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes. If anybody wants to come on and be in the live broadcast, man, I'm gonna put the link out. I said I was gonna do that. I haven't done it lately. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there just in case somebody wants to come in. In case somebody want to come into the studio and have a quick conversation or talk to the people, we love to hear from you. Like I always say, we love to hear from you. So I'm gonna put the link in. I just put it in Rumble. So if you're watching on Rumble, you got the opportunity to come in. I'm gonna lead this. We're gonna do this for about 3 minutes. See if we get anybody that wants to come in and talk. If not, then we're gonna call it a day. Because we've been talking for a minute. We have. Okay. Let me put it on YouTube real quick because I ain't put it up there yet. Religion. Boom. Okay. All right. So let me see. I just put it in YouTube. Boom. All right. Okay. And like I said, guys, we do have the MMS digital download for the dosage. We have that in the detox shop. Also, we do have the what was that? Let me see. Okay, there it is. The digital download for the credit code itinerary. That is that's in the detox shop as well. But you can also get it at Stand Store. If you get it through the Stand Store, which is a link in the description box, you get it a lot quicker. It comes right away. If not, if you go through the detox shop, it might take you about 24 hours. So that's the timeline you're looking at. And of course, we do still have the half off for this week. Like I said, this is my birthday month, man. Like I said, April, Aries, man. If that's you, hey, you're a special person. If you're Aries, you're a special person. I'm saying that, and I rocks with you. All right. So we're gonna celebrate my birthday or our birthday this month by starting it off with the half off on the Super Bundle and the Flex 4. So if you haven't got a chance to clean yourself, even if you have, if you done it once, then hey, you good for last year. Start over this year. Cleanse your body. Get yourself cleaned up for 2024. At least twice a year, man. I would say, like I said, get the parasites and stuff out your system. Get the technology that they spraying down. Think about this, man. They spraying that stuff down every day. They making sure this stuff get on you every day. So you got to be just as vigilant about your health and making sure you getting that stuff out of your system. Okay. And they doing everything from the soft metals, man, to the, I can't say, but the particles and things like that too. So you got to be aware of that. Get that stuff out. Okay. I say troop bombs, April 20th. Okay. You right there close to me. I'm an Aries though. And I don't think 20th, I don't think that's an Aries. Or is it? I think that I think it's up to the 19th is an Aries. So I don't know. And some of y'all don't even mess with astrology, man. But I'm understanding that astrology is significant, man, and numbers as far as that, even your birth date, but not just your birth date, but your birth time, the time that you came in, man. That stuff is significant. I'm just learning this stuff, man. So you start talking about the natal charts and stuff and those significant numbers. Some of you guys gotta dig into that. Yeah, the package is not labeled, Phoenix. It doesn't tell you exactly what's in the package. Like, no, nobody's gonna know that you detoxing, getting your system cleaned up. But I don't know if they would mind so much if you did. But no, it's not labeled. Far as what's in the package, man, but yeah, like I said, the super bundle is half off right now for this week, part of the birthday bundle. If you go to the detox shop and you click at the top, it says Net's birthday bundle. You'll be able to go to the two bundles that's available for this week, okay, for half off. So it's normally like about $260. It's a lot cheaper right now. So Take advantage of that if you can. Say I learned a lot about myself with astrology. I learned a lot about myself too. Okay, from the help of others, and someone very special to me pointed out a lot that I did not know. I'm still learning, but I understand how important it is. And you have to understand the elites. They understand the numbers and things, man. They understand how that stuff works. A lot of us don't understand that. And I like to play this piece by Isis Wisdom, man. I'm going to play it real quick because I think it's a good little piece, man. I think people should know that. But I think it carries some weight. It carries some significance. Let me see if I can find it real quick for y'all, man. Because I like to play it a lot. I do. Hold on. Man, hold on. This thing just froze up. Mail keep getting messed up. Say the mail keep getting messed up. Well, sis, and you just caught me live, but we just about to get off of here. Some of you probably not get notifications for nothing, man. They don't send out my notifications like they used to. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, you would have got a notification. Today, no. They called me net most wanted for a reason. Because the net don't like me. I told y'all, man, they mess with my Rumble, they mess with my BitChute, and they mess with my YouTube. Everything has been tampered with. Funny, I got on No Deceased channel, man. They messed with him real quick. That's why they say net most wanted, man. They gonna mess with me. Believe that. Let me see something real quick because I was gonna play that piece. Hold on. See, ISIS. Where did I put that? Dang it. I hate when I be having to dig around for y'all, man. But it'd be stuff I'll be wanting to go over. Here, one more time, I'll show y'all. So let me see. Nah, I may not be able to. Oh, here it is. Yes, lucky.
Get these gems. So you guys understand the reason why that there is a 1% that exists. You know why that 1% exists? Because of the one thing that you don't know nothing about. They utilize universal law, and that's what keeps them from getting their karma, because they're operating under universal law. And because you are ignorant to universal law, as I told you once before, it is your ignorance that is killing you. They are utilizing universal law as the reason why they don't get their karma. They know it better than you do. And they implement it in everything that they do. The moment that you are born and they get your child's footprints, let me tell you what they do, which is why I told you about getting birth certificates and social security cards, not to do that. What they do is, once they get that footprint, after they get that footprint, then they're doing astrology on that child. They have top-notch astrologers. When they do that top-notch astrology on that child, they're going to be able to look at you and see what you're going to become in the future. They take a piece of your DNA. They put you in a database at the Vatican. They put you under a celestial QV trust, the Vatican Trust. They code a profile on your life. And based upon what comes out for you, because now your parents and their ignorance contracted you to this construct and put you in a state of property.
So yeah, guys, I wanted to point that out because she's hitting on that astrology piece. Like, they know this stuff, and this goes back to what Delbert Blair was saying. Should I play that? I don't know if I should play that, man. But certain souls and stuff coming back at a certain time. Alice Collier touched on that, and I might get into that on the next video and put that back in there because I don't want to stretch this out too long. But certain souls and stuff came back specifically at this time. They know what souls is here, you know, for far as what's going on and what these souls are supposed to do. So notice how we talking about the Vatican again. You know, we talking about the religious point. So they got a handle on the religious piece, and we're looking to them like they're the good guys, right? And then this is what they're doing in the background as far as getting your information. I did a piece where I had Max Spears was talking about it. They looking for certain bloodlines. They looking for certain blood types that come in. Like, there's some intricate details and differences between bloods, man, that we're not told about. They don't give us that information. You know, you think, oh, blood, like, well, you don't just have O, O positive or B positive blood and stuff like that. It's a little more more intricate than that. You just get the depth of what you need to know. Oh, you O positive. Oh, you A minus, right? But there's a little more in depth to your blood, your coding, your DNA. But they not gonna tell you that. It's not for you to know. Just like it's not for you to know if you got freaking parasites on your brain that's digging a hole. What you supposed to know is that you have lesions. It's not for you to know that you got parasites, a parasitic egg in your system. It's not for you to know that. You just supposed to know you have a cyst or a growth or an ovary, a cyst or a growth or a tumor, okay, and tumor on your ovary or something like that. You're not supposed to know certain things, okay. So when they pull up their system of technology to look over you with a ultrasound or whatever else, they're not looking to find something to give you to help yourself. They're looking to find something to tell you so that you will get the help from them. Does that make sense? But anyway, I wanted to play that piece, like I said, because Isis, she was spitting some jewels right there, far as astrology and stuff. And we was talking about the importance, man, understanding your natal chart and understanding who you are, as far as how you derived from where you came from or whatever else, and how that all is interconnected to you as a spiritual being. It's important to know. So, said, has anyone ever received a notification for channels YouTube added to your sub list? I have several times. Yeah, they try to keep you from leaving without certain, and it goes back to that social. Remember, I just played the piece yesterday in the live where Jordan Maxwell was speaking, and he was talking about the connection with the social security number and stuff like that. Yeah, that's part of it, man. So yeah, you being branded and labeled just like cattle. Ain't no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. All right. Dang, I didn't forgot. Shoot, somebody was in the live. I missed you. I'm sorry. Somebody was in the waiting room. Look at me talking my head off again. So I guess we missed them, and we probably just gonna wrap it up anyway. We done too much. Say Aries are good people. Yeah, Aries are great people, man. I know from experience. I'm actually an Aries. So yeah, this is my birthday month, man. So we're gonna do it big, right? Let's see. That's a good show. Thanks, Hugh. Appreciate you. If there's any other Aries in the chat right now, could you please post your birthdays in the chat? If there's any other Aries in the chat, please post your birthdays. We want to acknowledge. We want to say happy birthday to all the Aries that we have in here right now. If we got them, we're gonna do that. Hey, I'm being petty. I'm being petty as hell. Let me stop, man. It's messing with y'all. George and the Dragon. Yes, that's Taurus, 25th of April. 28th. My sister's birthday is on the 28th of April. HLJB 34. My sister's birthday, yeah, is on the 28th of April. So yeah, that's cool. Real cool. Yeah. Okay, so thanks, Phoenix. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, they using the church pastors, man, for no good, man. And it ain't just start today. That's what we talking about. It ain't just start today. The church, they've been doing this stuff. So just because we noticed something today didn't mean it wasn't going on yesterday. Remember that. So anywho, guys, I am going to wrap this up. And like I said, I will be dropping another video. It's probably gonna be between tomorrow, today and tomorrow. I might, if I can get it done, then I'll do it. I'll do it today. But I do got a lot to unpack still. I'll see how many clips and stuff I'll put in this. You know how I like to do. But yeah, if you haven't, guys, if you're on YouTube right now watching, make sure y'all get over to Rumble. Make sure you like and subscribe. Rumble is basically the platform where we disclose more information. I'll always kind of put that little disclaimer in, and also that redirection piece where I tell y'all to go to the Rumble. It'll stop in between when I say, hey, boom, it'll be a cut, let you know, hey, go to Rumble. Hey, if you already got Rumble, you're already over there. All right. It's a good thing to be there because that's a little more of the unfiltered truth, uncensored. Everywhere else we censor, man, we blacklisted, whatever, all that crap. So make sure y'all like and subscribe on this video, like and subscribe over there on Rumble, and we good. So I will catch you guys on the next video. Hope everybody is good.